Canaanite woman in today's gospel is a good example of keeping our faithfulness even when we receive pushback. She continued to beseech Jesus for his help even when initially rebuked. Furthermore, it's a good reminder that Jesus came to save not only the Israelites, but the whole world. The first and second reading today go well with this gospel, in my opinion, because they provide us some examples on how to remain faithful. The ways supplied are perhaps not all that different from the woman in the gospel or what we encounter today. In the first reading, we're cautioned against cursing on the Sabbath and encouraged to keep the Sabbath in addition to worshiping the Lord. These can be hard things to do because they're often contrary to what we see in society. Cursing is commonplace, and it can be so easy to skip church for a myriad of reasons. Such activities are earthly. They have not to do with the glorification of God. So too did the Canaanite woman go against societal norms to accomplish her task. The Canaanites were shunned for their sinful customs, idolatry, sorcery, human sacrifice. I don't know enough to say that those practices were commonplace, but clearly they had enough of an impact that Jesus taught us not to be like them. We can assume it would have been frowned upon for her to interact with Jesus. Yet she did so anyway, and her faithfulness was rewarded. I think we must exhibit that same commitment to Jesus and his teachings. The second reading drives home how important it is for us to focus on such heavenly pursuits instead of earthly ones. It reads, "For if their rejection is the reconciliation of the world, what will their acceptance be but life from the dead?" It reminds me that I'm not on this earth to do what society may encourage. It may be easier to go with the flow, but instead, if we had the strength to go against the sinful aspects of society and follow Christ, then we will get our heavenly reward. The last point is also an important one for us to remember today. Christianity is not a religion for one kind of people. Jesus died for the sins of every person on earth. This included the Canaanites. If Jesus could learn to minister to them, I hope that we can learn to cater to all the people in our world today. The readings show us this as well, most prominently here. All who keep the Sabbath free from profanation and hold to my covenant, them I will bring to my holy mountain. End quote. Jesus could have said, "To the Jews who keep my covenant," but he didn't. He said, "To all who keep my covenant." It makes for a wide net. Amen.